Math Lesson 111, Points, Line Segments, Lines, and Rays. These are points, point A and point B. If I connect my 2 points like this, I have created a line segment. I can name my line segment AB or line segment BA. A line segment is a piece of a line, a segment of a line. It ends at these end points. This is a line. Notice how it will continue on in each of these directions. This is a line. I can call this line AB or line BA. How is a line different from a line segment? Well, a line has no beginning or end. It continues on in each of these directions. This line does not have any end points. These, point B and point A, are simply points on this line. A line segment is part of a line. It has end points where it begins and ends and does not extend further the way the line does. This is called a ray. It has one end point. The other end of the ray continues on. When you name a ray, you must name the end point first. This ray can only be called ray CD. It does not have another name. Is it possible to draw all of a line? No, the line continues in each of these directions, so I cannot draw an entire line. Can I draw all of a line segment? Yes, because it is only a piece of a line, and it has 2 endpoints. Can I draw all of a ray? No, a ray only has one endpoint. The other part of this line continues on. Here I have a line with 3 points on it, X, Y, and Z. Can I name line segments here? Yes, I can. How many are there? There are 3 line segments. We have line segment XY, which we can also call YX. We have line segment YZ, which can also be called ZY. And we have line segment XZ, which can also be called ZX. That's 3 line segments we can find on this figure. How many rays can we name on this line? So if I use X as my endpoint, I can name ray XY, and ray XZ is the same ray because XY or XZ both name the ray that has the endpoint of X and continues on in this direction. So I can name Z as my endpoint, and this time I can name ray ZY or ray ZX, which are the same ray, because Z is the ray's endpoint and the ray continues in this direction. So ray ZY and ray ZX actually name the same ray. But are there any others? What if I use Y as my endpoint? This is ray YZ. Using Y as my endpoint again, this is ray y, x. So there are 4 rays on this line. So that could be pretty tricky with the rays. Remember that a ray always has one endpoint. So let's use x for an endpoint. And the line will continue on in the other direction. So points y and z both appear on this ray. So I can call this ray xy, or I can call this ray xz. So that was one ray on this line. Let's talk about parallel. To help you remember, the word parallel has 2 L's, and those L's are parallel. Look, there's a third L in parallel. That L is also parallel to these L's. These are parallel lines. Parallel lines continue on forever in both directions. These are parallel line segments. They do not go on forever in each direction. They have 2 endpoints. Parallel rays have one endpoint and continue on in the other direction. Parallel lines are lines on a flat surface that never meet or cross. They do not intersect. If you were to slide this line on top of this line, they would meet exactly. If I were to slide this line on top of this line, they would meet exactly. Let's see. These lines are parallel. I can bring this line on top of my second line, and they are exactly the same. These lines are not parallel. They cross, and they do not touch exactly the way these lines do. There were many important vocabulary words in this lesson. Parallel, intersect, ray, line segment, line, ray. Rays are always named by their end point first. Lines continue on in both directions. Line segments have end points. See you tomorrow in class.